The Niners have an offensive coach, but they spend a lot of draft capital and free agent capital on defense. I mean, they traded for Javon Kinlaw. They gave a ton of money to Eric Armstead, first round pick on Nick. I mean, they're very much a defensive first franchise when they're acquiring players. What do you think of that?
I love defense, and I would prefer to win with a defense than an offense. I just think there is a great statement that you are the superior team. You have the more manly men if you can just shut them down with defense. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
But we have Kyle Shanahan as a head coach, and I always found it just a little bit ironic that there was first round investment on the defensive line before and during his tenure, but that there was so much focus on defense, which is great. I love that, except they have not really invested and they are in the places they should, cornerback, and they also have had some major draft whiffs on defense. I find it very strange that a guy who can wipe 12 minutes off the clock with a drive, easily 9 minutes. The 49ers, honestly, they should be able to go out there and say, 7 minutes of this quarter, first drive is ours.
Mm-hmm.
Do that 4 times a game, then there you go. And you get a couple of 3-and-outs from your defense, which the Niners defensive line and linebackers get them. And suddenly it doesn't matter if you're Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady. You don't have the time. So it's always surprised me that the 49ers have not gotten by on almost a bare bones defense and focused more on the offense, because when we win by dominating the offensive side of the football, not just in points, but in time. And with a run-first team, it astounds me the lack of investment on the offensive line. Trent Williams, that's it. Everyone else is not an investment. It's either a loss or a draft bust. Tomlinson has had a decent season, especially on paper. I know that. But at the same time, it's just he's somebody else's. He came from the Lions, as I recall. He's a cast-off from someone else. They're not building their offense themselves. That's my point. Yeah. And I find that strange. I think the 49ers should realize, I know we love our defense, and we're so proud of Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman and Deshaun Golson and all those old names. That's not who we are anymore. And I want to liken this to a team that rocked our world in the Super Bowl, and that's the Chiefs. The Chiefs' defense is very up and down. There are times where they're in the lower part of the league. If you look at their defense, they are Honey Badger and Chris Jones. To me, that's the end of the list. Kind of like, for instance, we have Fred Warner and Nick Bosa. We have a very similar style defense to them as far as like big names and a bunch of cast-offs and no ones. Sorensen's a horrible player. We have a couple of those.
Here's the Niners' problem on defense, though. I'm with you. You really just need a tandem. Like that's what the Rams have, right? Hold on. Turn me down just a little bit. Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. The Niners, it should have been Nick Bosa and DeForest Buckner. It should have been Nick Bosa and DeForest Buckner. Fred Warner, he's not even the best linebacker on the team anymore. Eric Armstead, I mean, he's not even the second best defensive lineman on the team. Jimmy Ward, good player, but not DeForest Buckner. Those were the two. You would have had your you would have had your Hall of Fame duo. But no. But you're right. You just need to.
I just feel like the 49ers should start realizing where their strengths are. And especially with Kyle Shanahan as a coach, give him more toys. He has a lot of weapons, don't get me wrong. It's worked out well between Kittle and Debo and Ayuk and hopefully Trey Lance in the future. But if we get like a good right tackle, a good right guard, this offense would be indomitable. It would absolutely be the strongest offense in the league. And I think it would be one of the best we've ever seen.